As many of you know, we did a ton of house renovations last year, and after that was completed, I was like, I am done for a very long time. And suddenly, I find myself beginning another project. Before I show you all what the next project is that we're going to tackle, I want to share a little story with you taking a trip down memory lane. Some people thought me kind of crazy, others maybe not so much. I tend to be a little bit more of a natural-minded person, but I would consider myself sort of in the middle of the road. I'm not just extremely paranoid about every little thing, and I try not to let myself go there because it can be torture. But let me tell you about one thing before Xander was born. Babies and little children are much more susceptible to the chemicals and the things around us. This is definitely something I was concerned with, and one of the things back then, I think it actually has changed now, was the fire retardant that was put into babies' night clothes.
I can't get more speed to Ben because his speed is really fast.
Okay, well, you go as fast as Bandit. You try. And I remember going on this bunny trail down the whole flame retardant thing because it's a chemical that is sprayed onto clothes and it's put into beds. And I also knew that our skin is the largest organ on our body and it absorbs things, and we absorb a lot of chemicals and whatever all through the skin into the body. And now when these precious little babies are born and they're so new and pure, just so susceptible to the environment around them. And then I was just consumed with this thought, like, I don't want to be putting them in night clothes that have this flame retardant in it, and then laying them down on a bed and sleeping, you know, 8 hours or however long baby sleep all the time, in a crib with a flame retardant mattress. So this was something that just drove me crazy. So I was doing a lot of research, and as far as the clothes went, it was beginning to, I think, turn, where a lot of babies' night clothes, they were not required to do that anymore if they were form-fitting enough. So I was very studious to make sure that any clothes that he wore did not have fire retardant in it. And then I really wanted him to have a mattress that did not have flame retardant in it. I did all kinds of research, and there was only like 1 or 2 brands that did it at that time, because mattress laws and everything, it's hard to come around. I'm thinking it might have been a European brand, but I'm not sure. I think it was called Naturepeutic. It did not have this chemical in, but it was expensive. I think it was like a $300-400 bed. So as I usually do, I went to like Craigslist. I actually found one, and I believe it was all the way in Philadelphia or DC, which was like a 2 or 2.5 hour drive. And I think I got it for like $75 or $100. It was almost new, and it was much better than like the $300 I would have normally spent. So my mom went with me, and we went trucking the whole way to Philadelphia to get this perfect mattress for my perfect little newborn. And then of course all my research and study made me kind of agonize over our own mattress, but we had spent a lot of money on it and it was so comfortable and we loved it. And Nolan is practical, and he's like, look, we're not just getting rid of this mattress, we spent money on it, whatever. And I know there's ways you can do things, so I try not to let myself become overly consumed when, yeah, if we can ever change out, maybe sometime we will. See ya! Nolan is taking a bunch of our junk that had accumulated from the house renovation last year off to get rid of it. Is he your good friend?
Yeah.
Hi there, Bandit. Hi. Do you like going on walks? The other day, I got so excited. I got this offer from Birch Living Mattress. We would like you to try out this organic mattress. It does not have all these chemicals in. I think it has like sheep wool from New Zealand sheep, because of course New Zealand sheep are way better than our sheep over here. It's American made, has all these things. I forget all the points. Anyway, and so I talked to her with Nolan. We're like, would this make sense to swap out Xander's bed and sell his mattress? And my dreams were coming true, because now I could have my son sleeping again on a healthy mattress without all these chemicals in it.
For you.
What? Well, thank you. That's a pretty flower.
Oh, here's a different
Oh,
flower.
that is pretty. Thank you, Xander. You take good care of Mom.
More flowers.
Okay.
Those are pretty flowers.
They are. And since a third of our day is usually spent sleeping in a mattress, I think it's very important that we consider what we are sleeping on. So, Woo, let's go open this box.
Thank you, Brooke, for watching this video and giving me a new bed. What is this?
Oh, it's getting big.
Whoa!
Whoa. Buddy.
No.
They come with the second out.
So let me introduce Birch Living. Birch makes organic, non-toxic mattresses right here in America, which my husband is always a huge voucher for, made in America. And they're made with just 4 materials, all sourced from nature. We have organic latex, New Zealand wool, American steel springs, and organic cotton. And like I had mentioned earlier, one thing that had worried me so much with my newborn baby and his little baby crib mattress was all those chemicals sprayed in there for fire retardant, and then he lays there and sleeps for so much time during a day, breathing that all in, rubbing his skin against it, and so on. And that is what I'm so excited about this mattress, just the fact that I can relax in my mind knowing that my son is sleeping on a toxic-free mattress. And children sleep so much, they need so much sleep. And it just makes me feel so much more at ease in my mind knowing that he's getting quality sleep on a toxic-free mattress. The other thing is, when you order a Birch mattress, they all come with 2 free Eco-Rest pillows. And get this, they're made from recycled plastic bottles. So I'll be honest, when I first heard that, I'm like, okay, that sounds crazy. Why would I want to sleep on recycled plastic bottles? And I was kind of envisioning a hard case around the pillow. But no, it's super soft. And I guess it shows my knowledge of how much plastic is used in a lot of our materials that we use today. They're breathable and better for the environment. So save the turtles. So a few specifications about the mattress itself. Is it comfortable? Like, what firmness is it? I'll just quickly brief you on that. So this is definitely a little bit more of a bouncy type of bed. It has springs in it. And I would call it more of a medium firm. It's got a nice soft top, and yeah, it has firmness to it. So it all depends on what type of sleeper you are, if you like your beds more soft or more firm. This would definitely be more fitted to the people that like their beds from medium to firm, somewhere like medium firm, I'd say. So when you get your Birch mattress, they give you a 100-night sleep trial where you can try it out for 100 nights to see if you like it. And if after those 100 nights you decide, you know what, this mattress is not for me, you can send it back to them. They will actually come to your doorstep and pick it up for you and take it back and give you a full refund. So it's like a completely free trial. And also, if you purchase one, you get a 10-year warranty on the bed. So if you're looking for a new bed, non-toxic, where you'll get your best quality sleep, not breathing in toxins and chemicals, go to the link in the description and you can get $200 off your order plus 2 free pillows. And once again, I don't think I mentioned it, but you get free shipping right to your doorstep. If you're kind of worried about, you know, is it certified organic, or are they just slapping a name on it, you can go check out their website. They have various different certifications that you can check out to make sure the credibility of this mattress. All right, let's go back to the project that we have planned for this house. And just to let you know, this video is more talking you through it, telling you what is behind our mind process, the 2 rooms that we're going to be kind of merging, and then at the end of that, I'll be doing a little bit of decluttering in my house because it needs it so badly, and it's a continual battle, and I'm determined to get on top of it. I'm currently standing in what we call our desk room. This is Nolan's desk behind me. It's where a lot of traffic travels through from the back of the house to the kitchen. It's kind of a main throughway, so we just call it the desk room. There's also a kitchen hutch right here where I stored various different things that I don't use a whole lot. This room needs a paint job pretty badly. A lot of the windows are cracking, like the trim, it needs to be caulked, and there had been a leak up in the ceiling at one point in time, so it's brown up there, and it just looks pretty cruddy. So I was just planning to let it go, let it be like it is for a while till I get up the mojo to tackle another project. However, a couple things came up quickly, kind of last minute. We made some decisions, and then that kind of forced my hand. I'm like, you know what, while we're doing all this, we kind of need to just tackle this room, and I'll explain why in a bit. All right, I need to still show you one more room before I talk more about this room. And I had made a video maybe a little over a year ago where I kind of redid this back room a little bit and made it into sort of my own personal studio with lights. Talk a little bit more about that, but let's just see how it's looking right now. Oh man. This is technically my office, my shooting studio, whatever, and it is a disaster. Basically, it's the back room of the house. It's our catch-all room where we don't have a lot of closets in this house, and there's just a tendency for all the things that don't have a place to gather here and clutter. So I do have kind of like a couple home-based businesses, I would say. And so I do end up doing like a lot of, you know, copying back here, work for customers, that type of thing. And it's just a mess. And so it's like paper clutter, office clutter. I tend to just throw my extra camera gear down quickly when I'm in a hurry, and everything is just a mess. This room is definitely a little bit difficult to like design properly. These old houses have all these little rooms here and there. We have this beautiful fireplace. It's not a real one. We do want to put like an electric insert here. This was propane, but we could kind of smell the propane in the house. It wasn't vented properly, so we don't use it. And then on the opposite side of the room here, we have 3 windows that take up those sections. And on the next wall, we have kind of like this built-in bookcase. And so each wall is taken up with something that it's very hard to like know where to put a desk or where to like how to arrange things. So it all comes together and doesn't feel so claustrophobic. Here are the problems I've been rolling around in my mind. This is our living room, and when we have guests over, especially when we have a lot, this gets really tight to hold everyone. And we don't have any other really good place for people to sit except in the kitchen or on like hard chairs over here. Second thing is, this has been kind of my workstation. I just grab my laptop and work here when I'm editing videos, talking to customers, whatever all. This is kind of where I do all my internet work. So for quite a few years now, my husband has been telling me we need to save up and invest in a desktop computer, a more custom built one for my editing needs, because I do a lot of like editing and design and that type of thing, and it takes like a higher processor, computer speeds, blah, 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 blah. I won't geek you out on it all. And previously I've just been working on laptops, and it just seemed the amount of work that I put them through, we went through laptops fairly quickly, or more quickly than we should. So this year, we finally decided this is going to be the year we're going to get a desktop computer for my work, and that make myself a station where I work at. That makes me super excited. We just ordered the computer. It's going to be coming in the next few weeks. But now comes the question, where is my workstation going to be? Is it going to be back here where technically my office is? I don't think that would work too well, and here's why. As a stay-at-home mom, my first priority is obviously my family and my child. Having a room tucked away from kind of the main living area is kind of in conflict with working when I need to work on my computer. So if I were to set up everything back here, I'd be kind of shutting away from the main living area, which is where Xander loves to play and do his things, and he loves to be with me when I'm working. So I can see if I set everything up back in this room, it wouldn't be as easy for me to work because he would be always pestering me, wanting me to come back out, not wanting to be back in here with me. And he's just much happier when I'm working in his vicinity. So we were trying to decide how and where we're going to put this computer. That brings me back out to this room. Nolan suggested that we should put the computer here where this kitchen hutch is. You see, when I'm standing here, I have a view over into the living room and also into the kitchen. Also, the one business we do requires customers to come into the house, and I often do computer work to print invoices and so on. And so it would be really handy if they're kind of in the main kitchen area where they come in, and my desk is right handy close by. So our solution was, this is going to be where the desk is. However, in my mind, I still wanted this to be more than just a big office-y desk room because it's our living space. And so we talked about it and decided that Nolan's desk is excessive for what he needs. Basically, it's just holding books and various things up top, and he doesn't really have a huge computer system, just a laptop. So all this desk space is actually kind of unnecessary. It's just a nice desk to have. He often likes to do his bookwork here. And he, on the other hand, is not a stay-at-home mom. As we all know, it seems that dads can sometimes go and shut themselves away a little bit easier than us moms. Although with us, it's quite equal actually, because Xander pests Nolan just as much as he does me when he's home. Nolan would love to have his own little private office that he could go in and shut the door and do his work, and we could just tell Xander, look, you have to stay out of the room until Dad's done working. We decided we're going to take this desk out. We're going to sell this desk on Facebook Marketplace and buy another one that's smaller for back in this room. You might be asking, why not just use this desk? Well, this is an extremely old desk. There's no sliders on the drawers, which gets really, really annoying when you're trying to open. So we'll probably sell this desk as well. And once again, it's just a desk sitting here. Yes, it has some of my stuff in it, but I know a lot of it is unnecessary, and I can declutter it, which I will be doing in this video, and just get rid of files and paperwork and things that are so unnecessary and have just been sitting there for years. Then we'll get rid of this desk as well. So all of that to say, we're going to be changing these 2 rooms all around, doing some painting, redecorating, revamping, making this into kind of Nolan's office, but I also will have a lot of my important files back here as well, and copier, so on. This room still won't be super pretty, but I'm hoping we can kind of minimize all the clutter in here, get rid of a bunch of stuff. And these guns, hunting guns, we have been kind of worried about it. They're not enclosed, and especially now that Xander's getting older and children come over, we're gonna take those up in our bedroom. Ha! Don't come knocking. I'm just kidding. Anyway, he doesn't use them that much. They're mostly just for fun and when he wants to go out and do some target practice or shoot birds. If our starling population gets out of hand and chases away our nice birds. So it's not like he needs them all the time. So up in our bedroom would be a good solution to have them out of the way and safely in another area. So that'll get rid of that. I'm just rambling, but I wanted to kind of give a premise of what's going on. All that will be in a later video. Today we're just going to be decluttering. So back when the kitchen was remodeled and I was moving back into the kitchen, I did do a lot of decluttering and like going through a ton of dishes and asking myself, do I need this or do I not? So I already actually got rid of a lot of stuff that's in this hutch, but now I'm at the point that I think I can get rid of more, and I think I can get what's in here, what I want to keep over in some empty spaces in my cupboards. So I want to tackle this hutch and see how much we can get rid of, how much we'll save, and where to put it. So in this cupboard, I had some of my good dishes, what I use when we have a lot of people come over. This plate I really liked back when I got it. I'm not so sure now, but I think I'll still keep it. However, these mugs we rarely ever use, so I will be getting rid of those. I have a lady coming to pick them up, but I think I'm going to be keeping the dishes. A lot of you are probably like, why don't you keep it as a set? And I understand that, but I'm ready to get rid of stuff that hardly gets used. And I'd just rather have my head clear than have all this junk around that I use maybe once a year, if even that. Actually, probably not even that. Hardly ever use those mugs. They're so big. They're the cups, so they're pretty big. These 2, 3. So they just left, and I made a snap decision to just sell them the whole set. They wanted it, and they wanted to pay the price. So I just sold them all the dishes too that matched. I was kind of holding on to them for sentimental reasons. We had them at our wedding. But sometimes I think it's just good not to overthink things. I hardly use them. They're really bulky. They take up so much room. I'm a much bigger fan of Corral right now. I like how those looks, but like the Corral plates are very thin. They don't chip easily. They can fall, they don't shatter, and you can stack tons of them on top of each other. So you can see right here, this is the Corral plates. They're very thin. So I could definitely have a huge stack of like 16, 20 plates, enough for multiple guests when they come over. And those others would have been filling up like this whole section with just some of that and then more on top. So I think my head will be much clearer just to get rid of them all. So I'm happy I did that. It was a quick decision. They're gone, can't change my mind now. Excuse the dust. So now all we have left is this dish. And I do really like this dish for whenever I want to make fancy desserts, so I want to hang on to this. Need to find room for it, but now we need to tackle the bottom part. And then this will be empty, and we'll post this on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe we can even sell this today yet. I can't believe it. So I posted the hutch, and not that long after, the people that were here that had bought my dishes said, hey, we would actually like to come get the hutch too. I guess they're setting up a new house or something. So Monday they'll be coming back and getting the hutch. All right, like I said before, I had already went through a lot of this and gotten rid of a bunch of stuff. So there's not too much to go through, but there's still enough. These are some of my serving dishes that I like to keep over here, but I think I can fit them all over in the kitchen. So we'll start carrying them over to the kitchen. Whatever Whistle's doing in there. Anyway, I just saw Nolan just drove in. He went to get the shelves, the shelving unit that I wanted for the back room. We're just gonna have to store it. Anyway, he got that on Facebook Marketplace and ran and got it today. Now we just need to get a desk for him and get his desk sold. We're on a roll. These shelves might not look like much, but when I saw them all put together, there's like 3 of them. I think it's gonna go pretty well with what I have in my head. At least I hope so. But it doesn't really look like much right now. Oh, bless Nolan's heart. He and I are so different. Like, he will go park the truck and then carry everything in, and I'd be like, I'm not carrying everything from there. I'm driving the truck right up to the front door, but he doesn't mind. Just going, getting it, bringing it in. Here it comes. Sorry. Yada, 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 yada.
Very nice.
Yeah, this will be perfect. And there he goes back for the last piece. That, my friends, is why I struggle with weight and he doesn't, is because I'm lazy and he knows how to use his feet. Alright, so this drawer has some extra silverware. I have way too much of this silverware. I messaged the lady that's buying the hutch, asked her if she wants it, and she said definitely. So I'm just going to leave it in there and she's going to take it. Next up, this used to be kind of some odds and ends medicine stuff. I need to put that in the medicine cabinet. Alright, left drawer. This one is empty. This one has a bunch of knickknacks. Now these are the types of things that just accumulate and get me so sick and tired of stuff. Markers, window markers, odds and ends of decorations, a candle warmer, which I never use. All of this stuff is just going to go and get donated. Alright, bottom bin here. This is a lot of tablecloths and stuff. This one I had actually over my wedding table. It was my wedding tablecloth. But I'm tired of it, not going to hang on to it anymore. Basically never use it, not my style. It's an outdoor one. I'll definitely hang on to this. Some table runners, I guess. Checkered tablecloth. Apron. Not sure what some of this stuff is, but I'm just going to get rid of it. Donate. I'm definitely in dire need of a few more tablecloths. I never use them except when I have people over, and then rarely. We often do cafeteria style. But I should hang on to a couple. But wow, this one is definitely wrinkly. And then the second drawer over there just has this little bread basket in, which I enjoy using for serving bread, and an apron. So that pretty much takes care of the hutch. And maybe some other day we'll tackle my desk. I decided not to show you the decluttering process here because it's basically just a bunch of office paperwork and stuff. So I have a big laundry basket full of just like paper stuff I don't need. Like seriously, I'm just gonna take it out and burn it because it's paper, cardboard, that kind of thing. I got my whole desk cleaned out and a lot of things on the top that I still want to kind of go through. Most of it I need, some of it I can kind of minimalize, and a few things I'm going to donate. And I have some more things to donate that are on the floor. But yeah, can't wait to get this desk out of here. Desk on Marketplace. It hasn't sold, it didn't get much interest, so we decided to just burn it. It's an old desk, kind of falling apart anyway, so we're just gonna make a bonfire with the desk wood.
It wants you.
Arm in the arm, kick in the head.
Just don't get your piggy toes. Where'd Xander go? See over by the trees? Nope. Fire? Nope. Oh, there! Oh, look at you hiding so good.
Yeah. Dad, there's his hand like a donkey.
Just don't very low enough.
Whoa!
Look at the fire! Wow! kind of cool. Now they break this part of it.
Run in and get your boots. There's nails and stuff. I want you to run in and wear those, okay?
No, they're out here.
Okay, then go find them.
Oh, actually, they're in. But they didn't go back. Why did it go back? Yes, Joe, Dad. You're the strongest boy. Dad.
We love fires and often sit around in the evenings as a family, mesmerized by the dancing flames as the day fades into night. So I will conclude this video here. I'll be making videos on our room makeover process in the weeks to come, so stay tuned for that. Also, I still have one more video to release to share the final exterior of our home. I delayed this video as it was taking a few months to get the final touches finished, but the final reveal will be coming in a few weeks, although you've already seen sneak peeks of it in previous videos, I'm sure, including this video. So thanks for watching and have a blessed day. We'll see you next time. There we go. Okay, come, let's say our prayers. Dear God, thank you for my new bed.
Thank God for my new bed. Amen.
Anything else?
A plane.
Good. Help me sleep good tonight. Be with Grandma and Grandpa. Zander, shut your eyes. Okay, be with Grandma and Grandpa. Daddy and Mommy help us all to sleep good. And all the little boys and girls around the world that don't have mommies and daddies. Amen.
I didn't close my eyes.
Zander, you need to close your eyes. Okay, let's put you in your new bed. Okay, hop in. You almost fell out, buddy. Go off this time. Okay, lay down. Do you like your new bed?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Might want to scoot over a little bit. You're a little close to the edge. Scoot further over so you don't fall out. There we go. You are such a goof. Good night.
Good night.
I love you.
I too.
Okay, you goof.